Russian-American writer Masha Gessen won a prominent award, the Hannah Arendt Prize, in Germany yesterday. But it followed a series of events that nearly derailed the entire ceremony. Multiple sponsors pulled out, the venue was moved, and attendance declined. Why? Because Gessen, a Jewish descendant of Holocaust survivors, was accused of anti-Semitism due to a recent piece they published on Israel, the Holocaust, and Gaza. I spoke with Masha Gessen, a staff writer for The New Yorker, earlier today. Masha Gessen, thanks for joining me on the show today, and congratulations on winning the Hannah Arendt Prize. I do believe, and I've seen the reporting, that the ceremony was scaled down and delayed, and so I have to begin by asking, and sorry, I feel like a Fox host asking this question, but was there an attempt to cancel you, a Jewish descendant of Holocaust survivors, by some in Germany this week, because of your views on Israel and Gaza? Is that what happened?
That is what happened. I share your dislike for the word cancel, but so let's say I wasn't canceled, but the prize ceremony was canceled. The discussion at the university that was supposed to follow the prize ceremony was canceled. Then the organizers of the prize, who are wonderful, hospitable people who really stood by me, they organized an alternative scaled-down prize ceremony at the Institut Français in Bremen, and that was canceled. So in the end, instead of a large sort of banquet dinner, we had a dinner at a private house for 14 people, to scale down from about 400.
So let's talk about your article that prompted the German criticisms and controversy in your New Yorker essay, In the Shadow of the Holocaust, which is phenomenal. I urge everyone to read it. You talk about Gaza in the 17 years up till now, under the siege, under the blockade, being, quote, a ghetto, not like the Jewish ghetto in Venice or an inner city ghetto in America, but like a Jewish ghetto in an Eastern European country occupied by Nazi Germany. You also say the Gaza ghetto right now is being liquidated. Can you just briefly unpack that pretty strong analogy for our viewers tonight?
Absolutely. That is very much the point of the essay to me, is that short passage that you just read out, and that's also the passage that caused all the controversy in Germany. For a long time, people in the human rights community and sort of in the media have used the analogy of an open-air prison to describe Gaza. If you think about it for a minute, I have no idea what an open-air prison is. I don't think it's a thing that exists. And the thing about metaphors is that they have to call up or analogies, they have to call up something that we can imagine. And when I thought about what Gaza really is, Gaza under siege, so Gaza before October 7th, it is most like a ghetto. There are significant differences, and I'm not saying that there aren't. But the closest analogy that we have to Gaza, which is an isolated, immiserated, hyper-densely populated space that is controlled by the people who built the fence, but isn't governed by them, but is actually governed by a force that is in many key ways enabled by the people who built the fence. So the reason that I think it's important to use the word ghetto is because it gives us language for what is happening now, which is that the ghetto is being liquidated. And the reason I think that's important is because after the Holocaust, humanity said, never again. Well, in order to make never again not an empty slogan, not a magic spell, but an actual political project, we have to have tools for recognizing when something like that is happening so that it actually can not happen again. And I think something like that is happening in Gaza. Using this, writing anti-Semitism like a political horse, because no decent human being or no human being who doesn't want to be heavily criticized can reject anything that is done in the name of fighting anti-Semitism.
Yes.
Even what's done in the name of fighting anti-Semitism is anti-Semitic, as I think Stefanik's use of anti-Semitism on college campuses is profoundly anti-Semitic.
you.